You decide to bring a lawsuit against your careless doctor, claiming that he was careless, causing you significant harm and injury. And shortly after you file your lawsuit, your doctor, the doctor whom you sued, picks up the phone to call you to ask you some questions. What do you do in that instance? You want to know the answer? Come join me as I share with you the answer to that question. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. Okay, you believe that your doctor was careless, causing you significant harm and injury. And now you went to an attorney who had your records evaluated, who confirms through a medical expert that yes, your doctor was careless, he violated the basic standards of medical care, and that carelessness was a cause of your injury. And your injuries are significant and permanent and disabling. So now, shortly after you start your lawsuit, your attorney tells you that your case has been started and the doctor whom you have sued is now represented by a law firm. Within a few days after that, you receive a phone call, actually a message, a voicemail message from the doctor whom you have sued. Hey, this is Dr. Jones. I'm just checking in on you, wanted to see how you're feeling. And you turn around. It's now been over a year since you last saw or spoke to your doctor. And now, out of the blue, coincidentally, this doctor calls to ask how you're doing. What do you do in that instance? I'll tell you what you do. Number one, you do not call the doctor back. Number two, you don't call the doctor's attorney back. Number three, you call your attorney and tell your attorney about what just happened. You tell your attorney that the doctor called you and actually left a voicemail for you. Your attorney will deal with that later on in your case. But you do not pick up the phone to call and ask the doctor what's going on. Why? Because now the doctor is on a fishing expedition. The doctor will want to know, hey, why did you sue me? What problems do you have now? You can't be that bad off because you didn't have any problems or something like that. Because you should know, when you bring a malpractice case against the doctor, here are the 4 typical defenses that they use anytime they're sued. You want to know what they are? Here they are. Number 1, why did you sue me? I did nothing wrong. That's their first defense. Number 2, even if I did something wrong, well, guess what, Mr. Patient? So did you. You're also at fault. Now, the third defense, they turn around and say, okay, if I did something wrong and you did something wrong, guess what? Whatever I did didn't cause or contribute to your injuries. How do you like that? And then they say, okay, if I did something wrong and you also did something wrong and whatever I did cause you harm, well, your injuries really aren't as bad as you claim them to be. Those are the typical 4 defenses, here we go, 4 defenses that the doctor will claim anytime you bring a case. So now, if you were to call the doctor, he would likely ask, hey, what's going on? Tell me about the problems you're having. Tell me how you're doing since we last saw each other. And why did you bring a case? This is not the time for you to answer those questions. This is not the time for you to call the doctor back. Instead, pick up the phone, call your attorney, tell him exactly what happened. And your attorney will tell you, do not call the doctor back. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you because this does happen from time to time, and some patients are actually very curious. They're very interested to see why the doctor all of a sudden is now calling after such an extended period of time where the doctor hasn't picked up the phone before to call and find out how you're doing. Now they want to know, hey, doc, what's going on? Why'd you call me now? You know, I realize you likely have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but haven't done so yet because you still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do, if you have questions, pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.